Welcome back to Valley Forge Sports Network for the third installment of the 4 Chapters Disc Golf Tournament Series, where each stop on the circuit embodies a different element. We're here at the beautiful, gritty Campgaw Mountain Reservation for Chapter 3 Earth, sponsored by Axiom Discs. I'm Chris DeMarco with Lefty McGovern and Sam Doyle, and today we're going to be crowning the Earth champion with this custom 1-of-1 pound bag.
The stage is set, the best amateurs in New Jersey are here, the best locals from Skylands are here, ready to compete. This couldn't be a better day for disc golf. The course is set up on a mountain. We're going up on the front 9 and then back down on the back 9.
Chapters 1 and 2 are in the books. Now it is time for Chapter 3 Earth here at Campgaw Reservation. First up, we have Connor Henderson. The kid is a loose player out there, super swaggy all the time. Now his standstill putt is going to pay huge dividends for him out here today, with some of these greens being a little bit rocky. Connor Henderson's home course is Campgaw. He's a chill vibe out on the course, and he's always out here grinding.
Up next on our feature card here at Chapter 3, we got Jack Kuipers, another Campgaw local. Now Jack absolutely smashes off the tee, and he's got a really clean jump putt. We saw him lighting off some fireworks at the Spring Invitational from Circle 2, but it's tricky footing on these greens. We'll see if he can get hot.
Coming out all the way from sunny Colorado is none other than 2020 WWBL champ, Josh Rollins. The kid is super aggressive on the greens with his stabby nose down putts. He's excellent on approaches with his nice flex forehand. He was just built to play this course.
Rounding out our feature card, we got Tyler McKinnon. Very technical player, very precise player, very disciplined around the basket. Tyler's one of the main reasons we're going to be seeing some fantastic disc golf today. Him and his crew have this course looking spectacular with tons of new tee pads. We saw him play well at Chapter 2 Air. He's a tournament director here at Chapter 3. Let's see what he can do at his home course. Hole 1, par 3, 195. Now you will see some players go on that right side over that netting, but this is really a left to right shot. You're gonna see this inside line open up, very natural hyzer there. And the later line is a bit more open, but you gotta give that disc a little bit of height if you want it to get right to this open green. Up first, we got Connor Henderson on the tee, second place at Chapter 1 Fire at Camp Tecumseh, coming out at his home course here today. Taking that right side. I don't even think he's in Circle 2. Going to be a tough look.
Yeah, it's a little long from there for sure. I like the backhand line, but I think this hole plays definitely for the forehand.
Saw Jack play some really good disc golf. He and I took down doubles at the Valley Forge Disc Golf Association Spring Invitational. Gets himself to about 18 feet here on hole 1.
Hit the trees that are in the fairway, a little bit of gatekeeper tree there, but it should be an easy par.
Up next on the tee, we got Skylands board member and one of the main course workers here at Campgaw Reservation, Tyler McKinnon.
My name is Tyler McKinnon, and I started playing disc golf in 2011. I started playing at Campgaw here, just throwing a ultimate frisbee around with some of my friends, and actually ended up hating it the first time I went out there, but then I got the bug. I started getting involved in doubles and the guys that played here every week, and I just couldn't get enough of it. I was thinking, well, we have these 4 awesome tee pads on holes 1 through 4, why don't we just make more? I think it's because there's a huge mountain you have to go up, and so I thought, well, let me try and find a way to solve this problem and make this a reality. So thankfully I have a construction engineering background, so I got to thinking. Next thing you know, just with some planning, I was able to get the right people, the right volunteers to show up and make it happen. With many hands make light work. It's something that I live by, and we just keep getting more stuff done out here. Campgaw is definitely the embodiment of Earth. The elevation changes out here, the gaps you have to hit, the rock play. If you can play out here, you're like hardened to play just about any other course. The greens layout especially is so unique because anyone on any given day can shoot hot out here. You know, golf, you're in your head, you're on your own, and you are your captain. When the stuff gets tough out there, you gotta rely on yourself. It's stressful because I know I have the game to win here, but everything just has to come together.
I really just love coming out to all these different courses and just meeting all of the guys who just care so much about the property and make all these tournaments worthwhile for all the different players.
I've known Tyler for a few years. We played plenty of rounds together. Definitely one of the best core members of Skylands.
Yeah, an absolute gentleman. Connor Henderson, newer player on the scene here in New Jersey. What?
Off the pin.
Confident bid from super deep from Henderson. Early start is going to be important. We're playing this par 3 course. Players are going to want to attack every chance they can, but there's danger looming on every corner. We heard Tyler talk about how treacherous it can get out here.
Good putt, good birdie. Always good starting the day on a birdie.
Kuipers getting that early start. Tyler McKinnon, CTP of the group.
Good birdie putt there. He's obviously taking his time. He's very focused. He wants to score out here. This is his home course.
Yeah, it's got to be an interesting position for Tyler. There's so much pride to be held here. Being a TD of an event like this, we've got such a deep field here, such a competitive field, but he wants that pound bag too. You know he wants to win that title. Hole 2, par 3, 286. Straight shot off of the tee with the left side hookup. This is one of the most beautiful holes. We saw Tyler McKinnon ace that hole when we were doing his interview, his profile out here. This one kind of sweeps around. You will see some discs get caught up on these trees if you push it a little too straight, but it's a very open green, looking to attack.
Are you just going to glance over the fact that you saw Tyler throw an ace on this hole recently?
Yeah, that was crazy. Unreal. Jack Kuipers, bit wide right, and he gets caught up.
The trees on both sides will really prevent you from getting the birdie, but there is an open line all the way to the basket.
Left a lot.
Great height from Tyler, allowed that one to hook up left, but again, just pushed it a little bit long. See if Connor can keep this one a little bit lower.
Looks like he's going with a mid-range here. It's got to be pretty stable. It's pretty far left.
That's a solid shot. He kind of got sneaky on that inside line. Josh Rollins, very forehand dominant player, but he's been working hard on that backhand as he takes the inside line here. Gets himself to circle 2. Lefty, talk to us about that PDGA rating leaderboard. Thick field out here at Chapter 3.
Yeah, leading off at the top of the list, we have fan favorite James Kalinsky sitting at a 965, followed by Greystone local Eric Schubert, who any day can come out and throw a 1,000 rated round. We have newcomer Jack Kuipers at 944 with Scott DeMarco and Andrew Alexander. I mean, the field is tight, and it's packed, and it's huge, and it's big, and let's see what we got.
It's going to be a fantastic day. Jack Kuipers goes a little long. He'll have that comebacker for the par 3. See if anybody can keep that momentum going. We got Tyler 1 down so far. Josh looking to get his first birdie of the day.
Josh is going to run it every time, and that is why he's a Milky Way Galaxy man for life.
Yeah, it's a shame he had to move out to Colorado. Otherwise, we would have been seeing him every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Tyler McKinnon.
Concentrated, focused. Focus.
If I make no mistake here, he adds that little extra nose-up angle. I think he wanted to swing that hyzer out to the right side on that putt. Tree was in his way, makes the adjustment. 2 down through 2.
I love Connor Henderson's extension on his putts, but he put that a little too low.
Big miss there by Kuipers. Does that give him a bogey on this one?
Yeah, that's going to be a bogey for Jack Kuipers. Tough start. He did get the birdie on 1. And the players have to remember, it's a competitive field, but it's still an AM field. You can make mistakes out here. And there's so many stretches on this course where the players can heat up. There was a lot of talk in the Skylands community about what the hot round was going to be. I'm hearing talk of 9, 10 down.
Yeah, just like when.
We'll see what these guys can do. Hole 3, par 3, 308 feet. Probably one of the more challenging holes on the course. Very uphill, straight tunnel shot the whole way, but it's a very tight, narrow hallway. As you're approaching this green, you'll see quite a bit of boulders with this uphill finish. Makes it really hard to get that tap out too. You're gonna need to hit a putt. And this hole averaged a 3.17 at the 2021 Campgaw Greens tournament. Difficult hole.
This is one of the few holes on the course that really feels like a bonus birdie. All the others you feel like you should be able to get, but this one's a really difficult shot.
Speaking of Campgaw Greens 2021, Tyler McKinnon took down the MA1 first place last year, so he's always dangerous.
Wow, I said to Tyler McKinnon that this is the Moo Moo Farms of disc golf courses. If you've played N64, Mario Kart, you know anybody can win on Moo Moo. It's anyone's game on that course. Same thing here at Campgaw.
I'm going to bring up 2021 Campgaw Greens yet again for Connor Henderson. He did play he did play MPO last year, and the only person who beat him was Mark Peters, who at the time was sitting at 996. So Connor is poised to play above his rating at all times.
Connor Henderson, a threat. Josh Rollins gets caught up on that left side. Very common landing zone. Really difficult to finish straight up this hill. It's only 308, but it plays more like 360.
I think it's a really hard birdie, but I see that, it's not much over par, though.
Yeah, when I said it's one of the most challenging holes in the course, I didn't like saying that, honestly. It's just tough to get the 2.
Yeah, in a day where every hole you want to get a birdie, this is the hole that really threatens not getting that birdie.
Tough start for Jack Kuipers. Matt Coltrera did not look impressed in the background there. This is going to be a difficult scramble just to save his par here.
Beautiful.
Where did he go looking at it from this angle? That's
one
insane.
of my favorite shots in the game.
Josh Rollins trying to get a little flexy forehand bid up there, but he'll just tap out for that 3.
Connor's running it here. I think he just came up a little short.
Yeah, all of these players are very, very aggressive. Tyler McKinnon.
Yeah.
Chance to go 3 down through 3. You love to get that hot start here.
And we do see all the players running it pretty aggressively, but I mean, there's not a huge chance for rollaways here with all these rocks.
Valid point. Josh Rollins for that par. Secures it. Beautiful day out here. Thanks again to the Skylands community for the beautiful maintenance of this course. We've got just about 36 holes of disc golf ahead of us to crown the Earth champion here at Campgaw Reservation. So much buzz in the community, so much hype leading into this tournament. Zachary Tassone is finally gone. He's moved on to winning worlds or whatever other galaxies he's going to be conquering in the near future. Hole 4, par 3, 225 feet, split fairway. Left side's a bit more open. You do have some low-hanging fruit here with these rocks and stumps that you got to be mindful of. That right side is a little bit tighter, but a lot of players are going to prefer that natural hyzer line on the right side backhand. Let's see what McKinnon's got.
Standing up here, it really looks farther than it actually is and throws farther than it actually is. Looks like a fairway driver from Tyler. Gets this edge of circle 1.
Yeah, putting's going to be super important here today. It's really hard to get within 10, 15, 20 on a lot of these greens. Henderson inside.
If you have it, the forehand is a really great play on this hole. You just went a little wide and caught some of the trees. Is that a putter?
He's throwing things so fast.
Yeah, Jack did not win the distance competition at the Spring Invitational. Scott DeMarco was able to take him down, but Jack Kuipers crushes 450 flat ground any day of the week. Dude rips.
I mean, it's surprising to see a putter there because so many people definitely disc up. We saw 3 people go with a higher speed disc, and he's throwing a putter at the same hole.
Connor Henderson looking for that approach to get that easy 3 here at the beginning of the day. Now, Lefty, you mentioned it before. Josh Rollins played for the Milky Way Galaxy in the Wiffle Ball League. Are you surprised that he's not wearing the Crocs here today?
He did have them for his warm-ups. He did show them off a little bit. I would have loved to see him play in them, but I'm happy to see him get a chance to win this pound bag.
In any footwear. It's going to be 4 straight pars for Rollins.
Ooh,
Kuipers,
great bid.
just low on that birdie.
Again, Tyler, focused, slow, methodical, making putts.
He kind of does that floaty nose-up thing with all of his putts. I did not notice that at Warwick. Yes.
Practicing his breathing.
Taking that deep breath. It is difficult to capture the energy here at a PDGA-sanctioned disc golf tournament of any kind, let alone such a prestigious event as this in its first year ever. Decent showing from our cards so far. McKinnon really leading the charge. Hole 5, par 3, 178. Very similar to the last hole with that split fairway. Little bit of a right side lean on this green here. So if you want to come on the right side, you got to give that disc a little bit of extra height and finish nicely into that green. Again, a very straightforward looking hole, but it is hard to get inside that 15-20 foot mark. You're going to need to hit a putt here for that too.
I feel like stepping up to this tee, this feels like one of the must-get birdies, just because of the distance. Most people, especially in AM1, are going to be able to hit a line from under 200 feet.
40 players in AM1 here today. It's tough not to feel that pressure, that extra weight to hit these birdies. Connor Henderson might have been a little more inside of his preferred line, but a great shape gets him on the green.
Great forehand there, but it looks like it just rolled away a little bit.
Seems like Josh keeps missing long left on these forehand drives.
Yeah, he's got a really interesting release and delivery on that forehand. A little bit of that flex angle. He uses that Sexton Firebird quite a bit. Kuipers.
Beautiful shot.
Scary.
Yeah, it's a tough day to be a basket here. A lot of under 200 foot holes, a lot of great disc golfers. Tyler McKinnon, deep in circle 2. Just
so
off
close.
the basket. He seemed happy with that.
Josh, dead middle.
There it is for JP. Gets his first birdie of the day. Breathes a big sigh of relief. 1 down through 5.
This tree might be a little tricky. Not.
What?
I don't know.
Don't. It's only hole 5. Henderson grabs the birdie. Kuipers does the same. Sneaks in there.
Count it.
Couple tough breaks for Kuipers early, but he's sitting at -1.
We have video on us this time, so it doesn't really help.
Yeah, there are pictures on this scorecard.
Tyler's still with a solid start here, -3.
Yeah, again, we saw talks -7, -8, potentially -10 could be the hot round here today. Hole 6, par 3, 240 feet. We're kind of coming alongside the mountain. We're about to start heading up in the next few holes, but this one is a very simple right to left hyzer shot. And no, the drone is not on an angle. That basket is leaning that much. It's a gritty course here. Really embodies earth.
It's another hole where it's 250 away, but it's still pretty uphill, and you got to add a little bit to your disc.
And Connor just makes it look so easy.
Yeah, let's get another look at that. Fantastically swaggy form from Connor Henderson. Really true line going right of that tree with that hyzer. Extra height just lets that putter fall right to the green. Might have been a buzz, actually. JP?
Parked.
More of the same.
Josh Rollins. Gets a little bit closer. Shout out Tim Gabur in the background. What up, Tim? Just a fantastic drive from Josh, and he'll take that all day.
Jack Kuipers keeps one nice and low. Unlucky.
Still gonna have a putt though.
Yeah, a little bit too straight. Gets caught up from one of those guardian trees. McKinnon. This looks a little bit inside. Kind of filters to the green a little bit.
Jack, jumper from deep, no doubt about it. Great work.
Kuipers. Big hit from Jack.
John, you're right behind the tree up there.
That's a fantastic birdie. Bouncing back from that early bogey. Gets himself to 2 down. High right, pro side. Fantastic execution.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, sir.
Here we
Tyler
go,
McKinnon
Tyler.
grabbing another birdie. 4 down through 6 holes.
Is $25 a charity going
We might be seeing one of the first star frames ever here on VFSN.
Wow, look at that. We've come a long way.
Yeah, we've come a long way. We could hurt a lot of people's feelings right now. Hey, I'm not the greatest either.
Listen, from iPhone videos to mountaintop drone flights.
We'll be
How
back
about it?
after a quick. No, we won't be back. We will be back after taking a look at this leaderboard through 6 holes. Lefty, talk to us.
We got Tyler McKinnon sitting at neg 4, but you guys have seen that. I want to talk a little bit about Andrew Alexander at neg 3. He's doing a great job out there to keep pace with the field. Eric Schuber and Dylan Cook right on his tail. Let's see what they can do.
Let's get a quick word from Axiom Discs. Can we just discuss the fact that the James Conrad Holy Shot aired on Valley Forge Sports Network? You saw the ad.
It is there.
Hole
That's
7,
confirmed.
par 3, 314 feet, winding left to right tunnel shot, and the hill is sloped left to right the whole way. And check out the amount of rock coverage as you approach this green. Makes it really difficult to slide in. You got to get there with 300 feet of air distance to get inside circle 1.
Oh yeah, been there.
A little bit of a backup on this hole. Our players just catching some vibes. 72 players here today at Campgaw.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful day. The conditions are really good for scoring, but if there is one hole on the course that I think is the hardest hole at Campgaw, it is this one by far.
I have to like get up like
So much trouble you can get in along that right side. Super thick. Left side's kind of uphill. Just difficult to find access to this green.
If you don't have a 350 to 400 foot forehand, it's very difficult to get all the way down there.
Of all the cards we've had, this has to be the most chill, comfortable group. We've got 4 natives to this course. In tournaments past, we've kind of mixed it up, gotten some locals, gotten some of the top-rated guys. But Chapter 3, Earth, starting to get comfortable, starting to get in the swing of things here, throwing these tournaments.
I was super pumped when this card got announced. I knew it was going to be great vibes.
Henderson. Sitting at -2.
It's a pretty decent shot for a backhand player. I mean, it's so hard to get all the way down there.
I think I think that's a drive you take. Deep in circle 2, it gets worse.
Oh, great kick. I will take that.
Kuipers.
I would say that's the best shot you're going to see all day.
Thank you.
Jack pushes one long.
Yeah, that is an absolutely immaculate drive from Jack Kuipers. Perfect hyzer flip to turn. Holds the angle well. Doesn't get caught up along that right side.
Thank you.
Assuming he cleans that up, it's got to be one of the only 2s on the day.
assuming Tyler plays this course all the time, he has a shot here. Whether or not he executed there, it looks like he's pretty short.
Good driving, boys. Yeah, decent. Good.
Yeah, he'll definitely take a par here with that -4 score through 6. Might see him run the basket, but you don't have to get every hole here. About to head up that mountain on the next hole. Absolute behemoth lurking in the shadows. Henderson looking for that turkey.
Still okay there with par.
Kind of low left on a lot of Henderson's putts. He's been in some tricky spots early. But as long as you heat up out here, you can find yourself on lead card. And Rollins does not like that. Competitive player. He wants that early start. Neg 2 through 6. It looks clean on the scorecard, but these guys know how deep the field is. We saw multiple 1,000 rated rounds at both events so far on the circuit.
That is one of the hardest birdies we're going to see all day.
Fantastic effort from Jack.
I got that one on film. Probably one of the only ones you see.
Tyler McKinnon getting the par. Henderson and JP will do the same. Can't underestimate the potential to miss those putts when you first start playing the game of disc golf, those 12, 15 footers. Hole 8, par 3, 299 feet. This one is an absolute behemoth. Look at how long it takes to get to ground level here going up this hill. Again, it's 209 feet, but it takes at least 350. And the ability to throw far uphill is a skill that not all disc golfers have. Jack's got a ton of power. We'll see if he can get the birdie. This hole averaging 3.13 last year at Campgaw Greens.
Not only is it a weird or a difficult shot, it's a weird shot. Most people have not thrown this shot on a regular basis. This really plays well for locals.
And make no mistake, seeing a roll away to 50, 60 feet is something that only Jack Kuipers is going to see with his distance. Most players are not even going to be able to make it up there to start.
Yeah, Sam, I like what you said. As someone who's never played this course, I've only filmed this course. I got here and I was just blown away. The locals definitely have a huge advantage walking into this tee box.
Yeah,
and,
it takes experience
we're watching
here.
all locals.
That is true. Rollins has a nice flip up on that one, but he leaves it a little low right. He might have a putt up the hill.
I mean, you can just see how much effort he's throwing into that disc for a 200-foot shot.
I was like, that was a laser.
Yeah, Tyler's got a really nice reach back.
Like, Tyler.
Good shot anyway, man.
Yeah, it's fine. 139 destroyer back.
And the steepest hike of the day.
Tyler going with a 139 destroyer there. That is crazy. I love that. Henderson. He's really been displaying some great scramble, but that one gets caught up.
This hole can eat you alive quick.
Oh, great run. I'm kind of shocked to see that the average isn't a little bit higher than 3.13, to be honest.
I think that's going to be most of the hard holes today. It's either birdie or par. We're not going to see a lot of bogeys, just a lot of just clean up if you can't get a look.
Henderson trying to get a bit on this for his 3. Comes up a little short right. He'll take the 4 here. Josh Rollins with a chance to gain a stroke on a good portion of the field.
Even that alone, the footing that he has to take there and to be able to push his weight that much forward and get it to the basket is extremely difficult. You can tell he's been in this spot before.
Josh Rollins coming out from Colorado to play here in Chapter 3. He learned the game here at Campgaw, but playing out at that different altitude in those open fields, I mean, it's impressive to see him carving lines this well.
They don't play in snow-capped mountains.
Hole 9, par 3, 191. Straight tunnel shot, extremely narrow, and the rough on both sides is very thick. You can see back left side of this green here, the rollaway gets very steep. It's so thick, I don't feel like you really see discs go down there that often, but just the amount of pressure it adds to the shot is tremendous. Let's see if Rollins can keep this streak going. He's 3 down through the last 4.
Yeah, I don't think many people may roll down there, but if you happen to roll down there, it is not a great...
Alright, it's up. This is not straight. No.
This hole eating them up.
Tyler McKinnon always has 2 discs on the tee. Difficult spot.
He gets through there. Looks like he's going to be circle 1.
Yeah, that's a great drive from Henderson.
I would assume he took some off of that after seeing his card mates go almost down the hill.
Everybody wants that ace. I've heard it mentioned multiple times here this morning. Again, a lot of short holes, a lot of chance to light some fireworks here. Jack Kuipers. Nice Anheuser angle. Fantastic shot. Taking pressure off the putt.
Unlucky for Tyler after he broke out the knee pad.
Oh, I didn't see that. Good notice.
Small gap here.
Oh, this is Rollins' specialty. Taking some off, throwing that one at about 50%, but he goes to the 9-speed Firebird. That's a heck of a flex shot from Rollins. Tyler will take his first bogey of the day. Looks like Rollins is going to be the only one getting through the 9 unblemished. But still some good scores we're sitting at here.
Great birdie.
That's a Woods disc golfer right there.
There it is.
Hole 9 not playing easy for the feature card. Never is.
Wow.
Let's take a look at the first ever Valley Forge view as Connor Henderson hits the putt.
That looked great.
Getting all 4 camera angles in there. Tyler McKinnon taking that bogey. -3 through 9 is not a bad score here at Campgaw. Make no mistake. But it's going to take quite a few more birdies to find yourself on that lead card. Josh Rollins cleans up the 3. That's an impressive scramble there for Josh.
Good 9, boys.
9 holes in the books here at Campgaw Reservation. Chapter 3 Earth is officially underway. Lefty, talk to us about that leaderboard with 9 holes down.
Well, we got the Andrews sitting at the top at neg 4. 2 guys that I would love to see on film one day. They're always hunting lead card. Followed by Noah Polsky and Tyler McKinnon. There's a bunch of guys sitting at neg 3. Like I said before, this field is super tight.
Yeah, we've got all 4 of our feature card guys here sitting in the top 10. You'd love to see that. Sam, what are your thoughts on the action so far?
I think we're seeing a course that can be slightly punishing, but you still want to get every birdie possible. Even with people with a bogey are still at -3 going into the back 9. The conditions are great, but in a hole or 2 we start going back down the mountain, which changes the shot selection.
Absolutely love that. We will see you on the back 9.